She said that American soccer fans, most of them aren't smart. They don't know the game. They don't understand.
Gio.
That guy Gazpacho.
Important to take a lame gorilla, okay?
Right, did you know that Arsenal died?
He's got me buzzing.
Up the TOFFEEs. It's hard to up them anyway.
I'm not even gonna comment on that.
Welcome back to Footy with the boys. Once again, no Mike. He is still in Costa Rica. He is living down there. He'll
What do you
be
mean, bro?
down
He's
there
on the
for
screen
the rest
right
of
now.
his life. That's
That's him.
Mike. He's got a haircut since going down to Costa Rica. And he's also packed on some muscle. But he is not here to talk about the TOFFEEs. I am here to talk about the TOFFEEs. Nico is here to talk about the mighty, what to say, the Arsenal for right now.
Relax.
Plenty to talk about. Liverpool, City, Villa, Chelsea, and some big matchups to come. We'll do some sex with the boys. We'll do another Wonder Grid, Lock of the Week, and of course, the US Men's National Team Corner. Press play. Nick, no more pauses. We start with Liverpool City. We said the last two games for Liverpool against Villa and against City were going to be massive. And Villa looked like they could have gotten it done with a win. They end up with a draw. So Liverpool dropped 2 points. You think, all right, maybe what it was Man City have cooking for you. They had jack shit cooking. They had the easy bake oven going because they had nothing. 2-0 to Liverpool in this one. Doku beats Trent Alexander-Arnold 50 times and can't find any type of finished product on any of those times. I mean, Nick, is this bigger for Liverpool? You get past the Man City test, although the Man City test has been a bit of like a third grade spelling bee this year. Or is it more of an indictment on City that, I mean, this is 2 games in a row, big games, Arsenal and Liverpool, that they haven't gotten up. They haven't really made a gigantic battle here.
Dude, I mean, not only is it 2 losses to supposed rivals, that's a 6-1 aggregate score. Like, they have been getting spanked around. I low-key forgot Doku existed, if I'm being honest. Like, I knew he existed, but man, is it funny to watch that guy play football. What an absolute demon that man is in just about every sense of the word. I honestly think it's bigger on City. This might be the end of an era. I mean, you know, knock on wood there, because obviously money gets you a lot in football nowadays. But De Bruyne rumored to be going to San Diego. Seems like that's like
San Diego that won their home opener
against the defending champions, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Not bad. So
Yeah.
shout out to Earthquakes too, by the way. Little 4-0, little dub ski to start the year.
Yeah, I see that kid.
Over one certain Diego Luna, by the way. So, what a time to be alive. But yeah, no, I really do think it says more on City. Liverpool have been having an year. You know, the main man Salah firing again. They looked good to solid. They were definitely the better team. And City did Arsenal no favors, which, I mean, of course they didn't. They haven't done us a favor in God knows how long.
Yeah, I mean, even when City is down and not in the title race, they still just fuck over Arsenal with losing
That they
to
do.
Liverpool. Liverpool just, God, if Salah's going to score every single game, I think he passed 50 goals and assists on the year. It is crazy to think that Messi did that just every single year and basically doubled that. What is that, 2013, whatever year?
Yeah, no.
But, I mean, Salah is just, a Ballon d'Or campaign is
I mean, it's
riding
his.
high.
It's his.
I mean, as long as they don't get bounced in the Champions League, like by PSG here, I don't think so with the way they're playing. I mean,
Dude, if they come out with the Premier League or the Champions League, and definitely if they come out with both, but even if they come out with one, it's a lock.
I don't know. I think Mbappe, if Real Madrid wins,
No.
it's a Real Madrid award. So
No.
let's go to the other big matchup that happened here: Villa Chelsea. Nick, Villa got on the higher side of this. There was a while we were talking about Chelsea as kind of breaking into that top group. I know it's been a minute since we felt that, but Aston Villa's had some woes this season. They tie against Liverpool and then come out and beat Chelsea. Marco Asensio brace. Marcus Rashford's looked all right for them.
Oh my.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe Aston Villa, these signings got them feeling nicey. But Palmer for Chelsea, last goal contribution came a month ago in a loss to City. I mean, is that kind of why Chelsea maybe aren't flying high? Is they're so reliant on Cole Palmer being ridiculously good if they have chances to win?
I've had a bad
I mean,
month,
that's
okay?
what Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, okay, Palmer.
Producer P's never had a good month, but Cole Palmer's
It's
definitely
the only reason
yourself,
this pod survives. He needs to have a good producing.
No, but Palmer's definitely been on the downturn. Listen, I mean, he's still what, 21? Is he 20? I don't know how old the kid is. He is
still
young,
young,
and is put to have that much weight on his shoulders. I mean, Saka's had it forever, and I don't know how he's managed it. I mean, his body eventually broke down just recently, but he had a lot on his shoulders for this team, and a lot of their attacking responsibilities fall squarely on his shoulders. So I think it makes sense that he has had a bit of a bad month and a bit of a downturn, a bit of a cold streak. But hopefully that can stop some of these comparisons that were being made about Cole Palmer, about him being, the absolute truth and the. I don't think he can be the main man. I don't think he can be the main man on a title-winning squad.
I
don't think so.
I don't know if that's. I think that's fair enough. Like I don't have that many qualms with it, I would say, but I think Chelsea are in a bit of a similar situation to Arsenal. Arsenal have a few more pieces around their star boy in Saka. You have the Odegaard, you have the crazy center back pairing. I don't think that Chelsea have really who's that next guy after Cole Palmer. If Cole Palmer was out of this team, if he was injured like Saka is, are they having any bit of form like how Arsenal are having without Saka? They don't really have what I feel like a bona fide second option of, yeah, he's
Moises has been having a good year, to be fair.
Yeah, but I mean, you can say
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and to be fair, we also have guys like I also think our like fringe guys are better than their fringe guys, and I mean our fringe starting 11 guys. Like I'd take, I'd take Ben White over whoever hell they're rolling out at left back any given. So Cucurella right now, I think. So I don't know. I'm a fan of Cole Palmer's. I think he's a good player. I do think the hype got a little bit past, and I stand by it. I don't think he'd be the main man, but maybe he can prove me wrong. Who knows? I also think, by the way, the other takeaway for me from this game is, I mean, the Arsenal board swore up and down that there were no attacking options out there. Meanwhile, Marco Asensio gets a brace. Rashford's looking good. Should have terminated Sterling's loan immediately and taken Rashford on a loan. That was 100% the play. Hindsight's 2020, but it also tells the truth. So tough little look there for Arsenal.
To be fair, though, is Man U giving Rashford to Arsenal? I don't know.
I think so. I think so.
I don't know. There might be enough rivalry there to say no, and that's why Aston Villa worked is maybe a little bit better. But let's go to the Arsenal, because that is somebody to certainly talk about. We said that Liverpool dropped points against Aston Villa here, and I mean, what happened here, Nick? It 1-0 to West Ham on the weekend when we thought the gap was going to be closing because they slipped up, because they drew against Aston Villa, and instead it widens by an extra point here for Liverpool. What happened here? 1-0, another red card. What, the fifth or sixth red card? Is it a disciplinary issue? I mean, where does the blame go here for
the people crying? The people crying disciplinary issues truly piss me off. We have broken down every single one of these red cards on this pod, and left 3 of them at minimum should not have been given and will never be given again in any other context. We are 13th, I think, or 14th in the league or something like that in fouls, and we are first by far in red cards. It is bullshit. There's no disciplinary issues here. This one was a deserved red. I thought Scully got caught a little bit before it, but you can't argue with that. So I think that was a red. And, they were pushing. Listen, a lot of people I think are going to point to you get shut out at home to West Ham, kept a clean sheet for West Ham. and obviously our attacking woes right now, but I mean, everyone was awful from the very jump. The Marino experiment did not work back-to-back weeks. Maybe not too surprising there. Kids who came on weren't great. Nice to see Ben White again out there, but still, like, he wasn't doing much. Got subbed on for Saliba for a little more progressive passing. Didn't do much. I thought everyone was poor, and I think it starts with the captain. Odegaard looked awful this game. I think he's been ghosting a little bit as of late too. With Saka out, more falls on his shoulders, and I get that he's a guy who keeps ticking, not necessarily like the main man. But if you're the captain, if you're what I consider to be a top 3 attacking midfielder in the world, you just have to step up and take a game by its neck sometimes. And he has not been doing that, and he's been poor, to be fair. So I think it starts a lot there. I think Arteta was bang on at the end of the game, basically just saying no one was up to the standard. And it's a real shame because at this point, 12 games left in the season, an 11-point gap. That is not easy to make up. Let's call it 8 with 11 games left. I mean, there's still a lot of football and anything can happen. But that was a big blow to morale. And man, these mid blocks always just fuck with Arsenal, man. It's not great. They don't really have a solution to it. West Ham does it to us all the time. Newcastle does it to us all the time. And a tough test against Forest in the midweek. So a lot to be disappointed about in this game. The only thing you can hope is they rebound, and that Liverpool, who will have some tough fixtures coming up as well, hopefully they falter a bit. But I definitely think it's a big dash in their title hopes.
Yeah, I think the title hopes are hanging on by a thread here. You certainly can't drop any more points to Liverpool here. It really has to be perfect throughout here if you want the chance. You need, even if you are perfect, I think it may be hard to win it for Liverpool to be dropping points in the way that they've been looking. But man, it's tough. And you guys have Nottingham Forest up next, so it doesn't get much easier here, Nick. I mean, Nottingham Forest just had a thriller with Newcastle, 4-3, with 4 goals scored within like a minute and a half. But what do you see here? It's 2 versus 3. But Nottingham Forest 1 win in their last 4. Is that?
Yeah, I mean,
you feel better.
Listen, I haven't been on the Nottingham train the whole year. Much respect to what they've done. Grinding out results in this league is very hard, and their defensive structure is good. But I mean, I don't know. I haven't bought the hype that much. I think there's a game we can grind out a 1-0 win, but I thought that about West Ham too, and the result got flipped on its head. So we will see. We will see what we are able to pull out of here. I think we should be still expecting a win in this situation. But credit to them. They've had a great year, and it's definitely not going to be easy, especially at the midweek. That being said, I mean, Arteta lit a fire under their ass, so they better be coming out there with some bite.
Yeah, I mean, I think if Arsenal doesn't come out in this game and just go batshit, like everybody going into tackles like wildly, I think it's maybe a sign that the mentality this year has dropped. They're not thinking it's possible,
and the mentality hasn't. I'm also sick of that conversation. It's just they had a stinker. It happens. I'm not saying it has, but if they don't come out like looking different, then everybody has a bad performance. If you don't come out with that changed, I think that's maybe you're throwing in that white towel, saying, okay, you know what, Liverpool's up by too many points. We're done here. But I think last season would go to show that they have the ability to have that mentality and run out a season and make the other team win it. So I mean, we'll certainly see there a disappointing result there. And Nick, we go to Everton here, and it's a 2-2 draw to Manchester United for Everton. If you were to say that just surface level throughout history, you'd say, holy shit, good job, Everton. 2-2 to Manchester United. I think this year and this part of the year and how this game went makes it so it's in my mind, I'm pretty disappointed by this one. Just the way it happened, the team that Manchester United is right now, the team that Everton has been. Everton go up 2-0. Beto, of course, gets another goal. Of course he does. And Manchester United have jack shit in terms of chances, goals, like anything. I think
Bruno Fernandes' shot was the first shot on net that they had, and he ends up scoring. Then Ugarte ends up getting the equalizer in the 80th minute, all of it falling apart within 10 minutes at the tail end of the game there. I mean, is it right for me to feel bad done by 1 point here instead of the full 3 when it's a big 6 quote unquote team?
Those quote unquotes are doing a lot of work.
Yeah, heavy lifting, brother. Heavy lifting.
I mean, just by the way the game went, I think it's fair to feel hard done, right? Obviously, the penalty controversy was huge. And 2-0 lead, shades of early in the season where you guys were choking away a couple leads. There wasn't even a fight in the first half. Everton was the better team by a mile, maybe a mile and a half. Like it wasn't a contest at all. And credit to Man U for fighting back, but I do think Everton has every right to feel hard done. I do think that was a penalty at the end of the game there. The fact that it got overturned after it was already called, I think was a bit extreme too. But yeah, I think you're right. As weird as it is to say, I think Everton dropped 2 points against Man U. I think that is exactly what happened. And it sucks. It sucks because obviously they're not. I mean, maybe they're not obviously, but it feels like they're not part of the relegation battle anymore. As much momentum as you can get up into the table, that's going to help you lay the groundwork for this summer, convince players to join, and give players a lot of confidence for the start of next year. Where who knows? Maybe Everton can make a run at the top 10. You know, maybe they can be a sneaky Conference League team, and that would be really impressive for where they were. So, 2 points dropped in the Premier League is always a hard thing to overcome. Especially sucks when it comes to Man U.
I mean, it sucks when it comes from 2-0 again. And that's why I think, that penalty controversy, I'm not, like so many times with penalties and fouls that I think, yeah, you call it, you don't switch it. This one, that's not what I was kind of that upset with. At the end of the game, I was more upset that it's still just another 2-0 game that we've thrown away. I was more upset by that than the refs fucking this up. Like, I think Young kind of sells it a little too much to the point where it does look more fake. I think he didn't have to maybe dive as much, but I don't know. I just losing two goal leads for like the 4th time this season is just, god damn, that is just heartbreaking to watch. You can't be confident in a 2-0 lead. It's real tough to feel good, especially when you look so much better in each of those games. Obviously, early on, it was, they had a lot of defensive woes, but man.
It's every like high school JV's coach favorite saying, most dangerous lead in sports, 2-0.
Yeah.
Everton makes it come true, baby.
Don't worry, guys. That's the most dangerous lead. We'll get our way back in. You're like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, they're showing this tape in JV schools around the country right now.
Yeah, hey, you guys at Man U game? Yeah. Well, they were down 2-0, but they're a great squad, so they turned it around.
I don't know if they're saying the great squad part.
I don't think the JV team coaches are watching as much footy. But speaking of great squads, Brentford, actually a pretty great squad this season with certainly some amazing players like Mbeumo. Playing them in the midweek here. Nick, I think this might be one of the bigger tests. I know we played Liverpool, but I think it's such
rivalry.
Emotionally driven. If they didn't get up for that, you would be like, what the fuck is wrong with them? Even if it was with Deitch. Am I wrong in saying this is the biggest? I mean, obviously Aston Villa, we had him first game and we end up losing, but is this the biggest game that Moyes has had with Everton? I mean, Brentford's a team that I think we want to be kind of right around that mid-table area right now, and they're right above us. They have some key players. Is this?
Yeah. Listen, I mean, especially you guys know me. I'm the number one Thomas Frank fan. I think he's an amazing manager, incredibly well spoken, and sets up his team so well, so often. And even when they lose, I feel like he understands why they lose. Tries to make adjustments, and sometimes they just don't have the horses. Brentford at the G-Tech, which is where this game is at. They have been. You're such a moron. They have been amazing at home. And so I don't think it's that crazy to say that this might be maybe not their biggest test, but definitely their biggest measuring stick game. I just said, like, maybe they could be a sneaky, again, not likely, but sneaky contending for Conference League next year. I think that's kind of the lens that I see Brentford in. They can sneaky contend, maybe not ever be the favorites for it, but sneaky contend for top 7. So I think definitely it's a big measuring stick, and Brentford, a much smaller club than Everton, if they can kind of play with them and show that they are, now tactically they're equals and have a similar amount of talent, Everton's going to be a more attractive place to play at. And so I think it's a big
beautiful new stadium.
Yeah, beautiful new stadium too. Amazing fans from what I've heard, except for the ones in Costa Rica who bail whenever their team does well. But yeah, I think it's a huge measuring stick game. And honestly, I don't love the chances. Brentford has been great at the G-Tech, but David Moyes has done nothing but surprise us. So hopefully that continues.
Yeah, I mean, if Moyes pulls this one off, I think it says just a lot. These are the games that if you want to be better than just the 14th, the 15th, there that is, that beautiful stadium right there. These you have to win against the other teams in your mid-table to be more than the bottom of the mid-table. You need to be able to beat these teams, and I think that then say something about where this team's at right now.
I feel like recently they've been, lucky not to be relegated, relegation candidates. The right now, I think they're like safely not relegated, but maybe like in that Crystal Palace kind of tier. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If they're able to win this game, that Tottenham tier, that Man U tier. But if they're able to win this game, I think it kind of shows maybe they're in that Brentford, Brighton, Fulham tier. That tier that can sneak in and win a big game on the road and contend for top 10. So it's gonna be a really fun one to watch.
Yeah, fun one to watch is a lot of these midweek games, just fun to watch. Let's get into our lock of the week here and go through what we think is going to happen in some of these games. Good God, what an awful
Jesus Christ!
Ooh, shit.
Not great.
Not great.
Mike's on a real heater.
Mike's was the closest. It was 2-0 for a second.
Mike has been fucking killing it, dude.
I mean, shit, man. That's not great. But we live, we learn, and shit happens. Let's get into who is that first up. Nick, what is your score prediction here?
I think I'm just trying to pick against the Wolves, who surprise me every single week that they're not in the bottom 3. So I will take Wolves 2 and whoever they're playing 3. Make it Fulham.
I'm gonna go ahead and issue a correction here. I had Nottingham Forest 3, Wolves 1. That should be 1 point. You put in the Cherries as if they're playing Bournemouth. I shit on the Wolves, but not against the Cherries, though, against the Trees. So I actually have a point. I believe that might help me out in the standings here.
Wait, I'm sorry, what?
Last week.
Last week you gave me a red. I get a yellow.
Oh,
it was
really?
Nottingham Forest, not Cherries.
No, Nottingham just played Newcastle. What are you talking about? Nottingham just played Newcastle.
Nottingham. Wait.
Newcastle.
Am I losing my mind? Hang on.
Wait, am I losing my mind?
Yes, you're
what
losing.
What am I saying? Oh, yeah, never mind. I was wrong. Anywho, my lock of the week is going to be, and for probably the rest of the season, as long as I could. Yeah, you know what? I looked at the wrong thing.
You fucking.
I opened the scores and
trying to fucking play me, bro.
This guy, bro.
Anywho, I have Liverpool 2, Newcastle 1. I will be trying to jinx Liverpool as much as humanly possible over the next 7 weeks. I'm doing my part. That's all I'm gonna say.
Congrats.
I'm doing all I can to keep the Premier League out of the wrong side of the Merseyside. 2-1 Liverpool. That is a guarantee. Liverpool will definitely win that one. There's no chance Newcastle could win. Mike, all the way from Costa Rica, has mailed in his ballot and he has gone with Everton 2, Brentford 1. He's back in his boys. That is a horrible omen. Looking at his last 5 weeks, and if you want to include the last 7, he's only gotten 1 right, and that was Liverpool was his only correct prediction. Oh shit! It's even worse if you scroll up because he also got a Liverpool one wrong.
No Stradamus, that man.
He is something out there. So I'm not even gonna say that one again, but you can see on the screen who he chose and what his score was. I'm not gonna add the Mike jinx. Next up, Nick, we have a segment that we did pretty good in last time. Our Wonder Grid seg with the boys. What we do on this one is we have the grid in front of us. It shows us categories like their club, that could be their country, or in this case, has also 10 league goals in a season. We want to guess players that have those things in common in the grid, and we want them to be the least known player, and that gives us more points. Play in at home and write in the comments what you would have said, or if you had any big polls. All right, Nick, shall we kick this bad boy off?
I feel pretty good about going 9 for 9 here. So let's go. I'll kick it off. Let's go with Liverpool, Fiorentina. So bottom left. We'll go. And there's the 2 obvious ones. There's Salah and Chiesa, but I'm pretty sure at one point Melo played for Fiorentina. I'm pretty sure. Melo.
Melo?
LaMelo Ball
no, Arthur.
for...
Oh, Arthur Melo?
Mm-hmm. Right?
Yeah,
I'm pretty
Carmelo
sure.
Anthony?
I could be wrong. Wait, should we not do it? I don't know.
I don't know if you get... what happens if you get it wrong? Select it. Let's see.
You just get it wrong. I'm pretty sure he has, though. I'm pretty sure he has.
Fuck it. I'll trust you.
Ride. Let's go.
Well done, lad. 7%. That's a good one.
Good pull. PSG 10 league goals. You think anybody says Ronaldinho for that? Do they go that far back?
I don't know. I was just gonna go with one of the 2.
Or do you go with like a Cavani?
Yeah, I was gonna say Cavani or Ibra.
I think Cavani. Cavani's probably said less. Let's say Cavani. Let's be
How do you
safe. I
spell
feel like
that?
Ronaldinho might get some shots.
Probably.
Cavani.
Well,
C, not a K.
C. God damn, that was the
This guy.
first thing I said.
What's the percent? 21.
21.
Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad.
That's not great though.
I
That's
thought
not
it'd be
great.
like
We gotta do
60 though.
better.
That guy's a legend.
All right.
Yeah. Stud.
What are you thinking here, Nick?
Okay, another niche one that I definitely know. Thank you, FIFA. Lione and Milan, so the very middle one. The only guy I know, but I do 100% know, he went on loan there, I think, is Mattia De Sciglio, the right back, the Italian right back, and he was a stud. He was supposed to be the next guy. DE space SCI. There it is, Mattia De Sciglio. That yeah.
Ooh.
Damn, a 6%.
Yeah.
You're carrying.
Nick is cooking.
All right, now those are my obscure ones. I think we might have to go a little more obvious.
All right. 10 league goal season. Fiorentina or Lyon. I mean, obviously Lacazette or like a Chiesa, Vlahovic.
Yeah.
Is there an obscure PSG Liverpool maybe?
I can only think of one guy, and I don't think he's that obscure. With Wijnaldum, you know?
Yeah.
It's the only guy I can think of. Oh, actually,
let's go.
what's the name of that black center back?
You're gonna have to give me more than that.
With the mohawk, he had like completely. He had like
Oh,
weird-
Siako or whatever his name is.
I don't remember.
Mohamed
It's
Siak?
Mohamed Sako or Siak?
Sako, I think it's Sako. Okay, yeah. I say we go with that. Top left corner, PSG, Liverpool. And
SAK?
Sako, Sakho.
I feel like there might be like 10 Mohamed Sako. Wait,
Oh,
which one is
there's
it?
so many Sakos. fuck.
I think it's that one. Think?
Mamadou Sakho.
I think it's him. Yeah.
Can we Google the picture?
No,
we
you can't
cannot.
Google.
The picture. I just need to know the man.
Why don't we Google where he
go with
played?
Mamadou Sakho.
Let's go with that one. Let's go with that one.
Yeah,
I'm
I
pretty
select
sure.
it.
15, damn.
Let's go 15.
Okay.
Damn. Okay. Damn.
Milan, PSG. I mean, you already said him. You want to go Ronaldinho there?
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna. I don't think those are the clubs he's that known for. I think Barca is his big ol'.
Well,
I think
yeah.
Ronaldinho might be. I think it's gonna be like a 20%er, but I think it's a decent shout.
Rona.
Oh, he knows.
Oh, that's one of the few I know.
What's the percent? I don't know what the percent is. Go
If it's
for it,
like
yeah.
50, I'm gonna kill.
13.
13.
All right.
Damn, Edison Cavani's a bigger name than what the fuck?
I'm pretty sure because after Liverpool, Lovren went to Lyonnais, right? Pretty sure,
Did he? Lovren?
right? Or didn't Sakho also play for Lyon?
Literally just keep saying Sakho.
Are we allowed to double dip? I don't know if we. I think Lovren. Let's go Lovren. I'm pretty sure he went there.
All
After.
right, let's send it for Lovren.
Help.
Lovren. Ren. Dejan Lovren.
Oof.
Oh,
Yeah.
51. Oh.
Yeah. I want to see that list after who else played.
Yeah. All right.
You're up.
Do we want to go Fiorentina, AC Milan, or 10-goal league season type beat?
Can you think of Fiorentina, Milan? I have a couple names.
Fiorentina,
but I don't know.
Milan. Who is Fiorentina produced? They've had Frank Ribery, they've had Chiesa, they've had Vlahovic, they've had.
The only name.
Oh, I know one. Luca Romero.
I don't
Which
even
one,
know
the
who
10?
that is. What a pull.
For AC Milan, Fiorentina. I'm pretty sure he was from Fiorentina. when he
Wait,
went
no.
on.
He's from Lazio. The Argentinian kid?
Oh.
He's currently on them, right?
wait.
Blonde hair?
He is Argentinian, but
I think that's
he might have been
Lazio.
from Lazio. Fuck.
Okay, we can weigh that name. My only other name is Bonaventura. I know he's on Milan. I don't know if he went to Inter after. He was like a club
Yeah.
favorite. I'm fine with either one, but I think the other guy went to Lazio.
He may have been on Lazio, but I think he may have. I don't know why I have Fiorentina in my head for him though. But I also do know he had a Lazio thing.
Up to you.
Shit, I want to see if Luca Romero is on. I just want to validate, see if he was there. And if we get it
All
wrong,
right.
I kind of want to see what happens when we get something wrong.
K, I think.
LUK, yeah, KA. Yep. All right. Fuck. It's gonna be wrong.
Oof.
Fuck.
Oh, nothing, just red.
Just
Okay.
red.
All right, let's come back to it because I don't feel confident in the other guy either. Let's come back to
Well, we only have 2 guesses left, so that one's
Yeah.
gonna be empty, I suppose.
it. Okay. So
Unless we can't
Lacazette
give
then?
up for these. That seems so easy though.
Benzema?
Benzema, I think, is a better shout than Lacazette. I think everybody's gonna say Lacazette.
Okay, we can go Benzema.
For which one?
Sure, you scored.
Yeah.
Middle one. Benz.
Ben. Yep.
Karim
That
Benzema.
one.
Okay.
18.
Team,
Not bad.
Okay. Do I go
Vlahovic.
Fiorentina 10 league?
Who
Yeah.
else? Who else is
Vlahovic
there
would probably-
big? They had another guy, right? Or Salah? We could go Salah.
Oh, Salah's a good pull. I think Salah. Salah.
I'm sure he had 10 league goals. Or did he pop off at Roma? Or at Fiorentina?
He played for both, but he popped off at Roma before he
Oh.
went to.
Do you want to go Vlahovic then?
Let's say, yeah, I think we have to be safe.
Because he was a
After
late
my-
bloomer. Yeah. He's a late bloomer. So.
Yeah, let's go Vlahovic. VH. I think just off spelling people. Oh, there he is. Dusan. It's not H. I lied.
L.
DL. You had it right.
Dusan.
Dusan.
Yeah, that's gonna be for sure good. All right. What's our score then? What was our record last week?
Fuck.
I don't remember.
I mean, we had like an 80%er and a couple 50%ers, so.
Well,
Let's see.
in our comments, let us know what it was last week so we can see if we beat it or not.
I can pull
Please
it up.
be our assistants. Let us know. Immaculate Footy 558. What you guys can get. You guys just watch this though, so that's a hell of a.
Yeah, that's crap.
Two
No, we
different
played
ones,
together. Solidarity.
Yeah, say it in the chat. What we should have put in there. I just know we're gonna get comments of people that are wildly obvious that we just don't say, kind of like Leverkusen USA, and we didn't say Landon Donovan. Like,
Hit the. Let me see the list for Milan and Fiorentina.
Okay, one sec. You got 251 last week.
Oh, hey.
how the fuck do we do better while getting one? All right,
We got some
I'll take
basic
it.
ones.
I'll take it. Let's see.
How do I do this again?
X up top.
Oh,
Oh,
Luka
no,
Jovic.
show.
would be
Nope.
obvious.
Oh, Jovic would be a good one too.
Bottom.
Bottom. Oh,
Bottom middle.
55. Fuck. we allowed-
55.
Jesus
No
Christ.
shot.
God damn. Bonaventura. Yep. Should've
Yeah.
listened.
Sad.
Oh, Yassine Adli. Fuck, he's there right now. I should have known that.
Oh, I didn't know that one.
Kevin Prince Boateng.
Oh, Boateng.
Yeah.
We should have known that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's been at like 12 clubs. I don't care.
That's a lot
I
of
don't feel
people.
that bad about it.
Yeah, this
I don't feel
list
that
is
bad.
not great.
Whatever. There's
I
just
don't-
so many
whatever.
just Italian people that are probably just loaned.
Oh,
Loaned
that's
around.
interesting.
All right. Well, you know what? Hey,
We beat the score.
we went up by 5 points. We're gonna get our third member back, which will certainly help with. I feel like each of us have a couple pulls per,
Yeah, I
per
think it'll
grid,
help.
so we get an
That'll
extra amount of pulls from Mike. So we'll be hitting some 300s coming up
I
soon.
say
Rarity
we-
scores.
I say we do no wonder grids with Mike. Just leave it for when he's gone. we'll do something
I'm out of
stupid.
town.
Yeah.
We're doing a secret pod on a different
Lower
day.
score is
without
better.
him, just a Rondo grid. Oh, lower
Yeah.
score is better?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. We did worse.
Oh, never mind. What was the other one?
Nah.
Our record's what?
251.
Okay,
Oh.
to be fair, though, we just got one completely wrong, and that's worth
Yeah.
100 points. So
100 for each empty cell. Damn, y'all.
we
almost
really... If we would
Damn, we could have been at like
anything there-
180 probably. God damn.
Mhm.
Yeah, we really fucked up. You know what? Hey, that's on me. I went with Luca Romero. I wanted to figure out what happened. I fucked up.
Yeah.
Hey,
I blame
it takes a
Flex
real
too.
man to admit when you're at blame, and that's what I'm doing right now. Let's move forward to the U.S. men's national team. You see the U.S. jersey, the Pulisic jersey, and two future U.S. national team players, at least their sons, Messi, Ronaldo. They're all coming together here in the U.S. Let's start off with the team we talked about in the Wonder Grid, AC Milan. Nick, I'm starting to have some worries about AC Milan here. They got dumped out of the Champions League. And the way they got dumped out of the Champions League, in their last group stage, or whatever the fuck you want to call it, stage game, if they would have won against, what was it, Dynamo Zagreb, they would have been straight through to the knockouts. Instead, they lose, they get a red card, they lose that game, and they're into playing the playoff game. They then go and lose the playoff games to Feyenoord, getting a red card. I mean, they had two chances to get to the knockouts, and they just shit the bed both times. Then there's reports coming out about Pulisic being angry with the manager. The manager hasn't been starting him every single game. The manager came out and said he's not 90 minutes fit, even though he was playing 90 minutes every single game before he got there. No comment. You know, maybe the manager knows best. But then he says, you know what? We'll start Pulisic. We'll go into the weekend. And they end up losing at the weekend as well. Nick, they are just a mess right now. He's playing João Felix, and João Felix is one of the last players to be subbed off in every game, and he's playing awful. I mean, Is it just Portuguese bias here by Conceição? And you think that's kind of what Pulisic's going through? What a lot of people are saying is agents are spreading rumors that Pulisic is super unhappy, that he had to come out and say, no, I'm not unhappy. I have no issue with the manager after reports were flooded to the media. I mean, it seems like AC Milan's just not getting right at the moment.
Yeah, it's looking bad. Tough for Pulisic to have to address that. I mean, this is just what happens when you rotate through managers every 6 months. You know what I mean? Like, it's not a good business model. And even though they hire guys that I like, there's a reason they keep chasing them out the door. And at a certain point, you got to point the finger at yourself. So, Conceição, definitely some bias there with the whole João Felix thing. I think he's a guy who probably believes he can get the best out of him and is trying to place some faith in him. Fortunately, he's doing it in some pretty big moments. It's costing the team. So, tough to see them bounced out. Pulley's obviously been amazing in the Champions League so far this year, so tough to see that end. I don't hate him not playing 90, just because I do think they were pretty over-reliant on him, and we don't want to re-litigate some of the injury issues that he's had. So I'm okay with him not playing 90. Definitely always should be starting. He's probably their best player at this point. Form, an important man of the setup. But it looks like it's going to be more of the same. I don't see anything really changing here soon. So we'll see how the rest of the year plays out. But hell of a year by Pulley in the Champions League. A campaign we'll always remember.
Yeah, I mean, a hell of a year for him. And maybe they're a little over-reliant on them. They kind of have to be at this point. It just continually is their only chance creation and goals. So we'll see what happens there. Musa's at least starting every single game, and Conceição seems to love him, has bounced Fofana to the bench. So we have some good news there, and some good news with our preliminary 60-man roster for the Nations League in March coming out. Noah Kai Banks and Damian Downs included, two German Americans. Noah Kai Banks has been playing with all U.S. youth teams, so that's not as big of news in terms of dual national panic, but Damian Downs coming on over from Cologne. He's been scoring a shit ton of goals. So I think with 50,000 strikers injured, not the biggest surprise to see him there, but it is nice to see that Pochettino maybe put on his little Nick Saban safari hat and doing some recruiting. And Noah Kai Banks here, certainly with, I mean, I wouldn't say our center back position. Yeah, he's played decent minutes in the Bundesliga and made some appearances, made a few starts. How many people would you say, other than him, are really above that level right now, Nick?
I mean, at the center back, not many, but still a lot of pressure on a young kid. It's a 60-man preliminary roster. Like, it's he deserves to have his name on that list for sure, but I still don't expect him to be part of the Nations League. But who knows? Maybe, like you said, he's playing at a high level in a decent competition as well, more than decent. So we'll see. I'm excited about it. He's a guy that I don't know too much about, but that we obviously have a need in that position. So hoping for the best.
Yeah, I can see him as kind of like a Diego Cochin type call up where he's young. He's probably not expected to play, but you also aren't that upset if he ends up playing and seeing what he's got. Want to get your eyes on him in training and kind of get him around the camp. Speaking of some people that are definitely on that list and will definitely be called in, knock on wood that they're healthy. Tim Weah had a beautiful goal in the Champions League where they also ended up getting bounced by PSV. Unfortunately, there's about no Americans left healthy there other than Richie Ledesma, who I guess has also been talking to the Mexican Federation. I mean, this matchup would have been the best thing to watch as a U.S. fan if everybody was healthy. Tim Weah starting. Wes McKennie is a dog for them. He has been like their star player, kind of at the center of everything for them. I wouldn't say their star player because you have like Nicola Moani scoring shit ton of goals and crazy assists, but he's been the engine, I would say, for them. And then you would have had Malik Tillman, Pepe, Serginho Dest. I mean, fuck, that could have been fireworks. And instead we have only one team of Americans. Weah gets his goal. Once again, though, they still lose there. So tough times for both Italian teams with Americans on them. But we do not end on bad news, Nick. We end on some red hot news of Josh Sargent. Got a brace for Norwich, including a left-footed banger for Norwich. I didn't know he had that in his arsenal. I mean, he cuts onto his left and then just rips it from like 25 yards out, top bins. I'll take that, man. We've had a lot of thoughts about Josh Sargent and a lot of thoughts about just our striker position in general. He is 5th in goals plus assists for the Champions League. Yeah, Palmer says he has to bulk up so he has to eat sushi like The Rock.
He actually has a decent frame.
Keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing, buddy. He has like 7 goals in his last 6 games. He's like the 6th or 7th leading scorer in the championship. Like he missed months of the season. Months. If he's scoring like this, he's going to end up with the golden boot.
Wow.
And he missed months.
Maybe.
What the fuck? I mean, this guy he's just scoring for fun. His finishing is crazy. A lot of it is out of the air, little touches, little things that people create, and he just taps it home in weird ways. He's not the one that you play it to his foot and he dribbles 5 guys and shoots it in, but he's just a great striker at just putting it in the back of the net. How confident do you feel now? I think it's been a question we've asked every week. How confident are we in Josh Sargent? Because everybody's injured. And a lot of it's been, I mean, he's going to have to. But at this point, is it not just real confidence that, yeah, no, he's good?
No, it's not real confidence at this point. I've been burned too many times. This man, he is. Damn it! It happens every goddamn time because I swear he is the guy with the profile I like the most at our 9 position. I think he has the most natural kind of nose for the goal. I think that the left-footed banger, obviously impressive, but the other goal, he just spins in the box, kind of a broken play, and he finds the back of the net. That's what the United States has been missing. We've had some guys like, to me, Balogun, when things are perfect or he can make something out of nothing, but he still misses some big chances. He also isn't like too fox in the box, too hunt the ball down in the box kind of guy, in my opinion. He tries to make it look a little pretty, and he's good at it, so I'm not dogging on him or anything. But Sargent, I think, is he has
a striker.
Yeah, dude, he has a nose for goal. He just sniffs out opportunity, puts it in the back of the net. And injuries have always held him back. And I think last week I just said I swore him off and that I'd still put him 3rd or 4th in the pecking order. But god damn it, right when you turn away, he reels you back in. And I'll tell you this, I'm very excited to see what he does with the opportunity. I don't know if that means that he's the guy. I don't know if that means his issues are behind him, and I'd be willing to bet it's not. But I'm excited to see what he can do in this setup with this manager and with this talent that we've accrued, which he really hasn't had a fair shot to play with. So we will see. Very excited for sure. The Nations League is going to be a big stage for him.
Yeah, I think this is honestly, I know this isn't true at all, but I'm going to say it. I think this is his last shot with the U.S. men's national team. If he somehow gets hurt before fucking camp again, or if he goes to camp and all of a sudden is a late scratch, you can't trust. I mean, he is.
I don't trust him now, bro.
You can't really knock the way he plays because he's just absurd at putting the ball in the back of the net. That's what he's done for so long. But as we keep saying, he hasn't done it for the U.S. mostly because every single time he gets called in for the U.S., he gets hurt. So if you're going into a World Cup in 2026 and you have a limited roster, do you want to bring the guy that every single time you call him up to your camp, he gets hurt? I know it's a much different situation than in season and everything, but I mean, he needs to show that he can be relied on. He can be trusted to be a striker and be performing for the U.S. because holy shit, he performs everywhere else at such a ridiculous level. The amount of thumbnails we have made with this man's head on fire to the amount of times he has shown up for the U.S. is crazy. Give me some Josh Sargent. Give me it in March. Give me it in Pochettino Masterclass. I need to see it. I want to see it. And god damn it, Nick, we're going to see it. Knock on wood. Once again, Amen. He gets injured a lot.
Amen.
Big midweek games here. Big run down the stretch here for Arsenal and for Everton in their respective goals for the season. Give us some final thoughts.
Yeah, listen, midweek games, midweek madness, some crazy shit always happens. I'm looking forward to it. Big shout out to Josh Sargent for those amazing performances on the weekend and expecting big things there. A tough time to be wearing the crest, but shout out to the Gunners and, let's take care of business on Wednesday. It's going to be a huge game. Two of the top three teams in the table. So let's make a statement. Let's try and claw our way back into this, and let's fight till the end. Up the Gunners.
Oh, yeah. Like, subscribe, send it to some friends that love footy. And let us know what you thought of our Wonder Grid. See if we can do a little bit better. We'll be back at it next week. Peace.
Going for the record next week, baby.
I'm so pissed that it's lower scores than I thought that we actually improved.
Oh my god, I know. I thought we had it. We had good pulls.